Introducing the iBOX squad. We bring the hype and we bring the pain. Throw that 1-2 hook, 1-1-2-1-2, and we set it up with feints. If we get knocked down, then we get back up and more something like Ukraine. We do this something like Usyk. We're separating the real from the fake.
Hello fight fans, welcome. I'm Sandra the Tartan Witch Reese and I'm here today with iBOX, and I have got a very special interview for our fight fans this evening. I am catching up with Dave the Redneck Mundell himself. He is the men's BKFC middleweight champion of the world. So, doing a little bit of research on Dave, and he has had 10 BKFC fights. 9 wins, 1 loss. And yeah, I'm excited to get caught up with him, throw in a few questions and see what it's like being the champ. Right, fans, welcome. I'm Sandra the Tartan Witch Reese, and I'm here with iBOX today with a very, very special guest, the man himself, Dave Redneck Mundell, middleweight BKFC world champion. Welcome, Dave.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolute pleasure, mate. I can't believe we're getting to speak to the BKFC middleweight world champion. What a man.
I'm just a regular guy. I just enjoy fighting and I'm good at it. So
yeah, 100% very good at it. You've been fighting with the BKFC since June 2019. So you've been in this game from basically, like 6 years, a long time.
It feels like just yesterday, it all just goes by so fast. It's the same thing every day, I wake up, I go to work, I go train, come home, go to sleep, get up, do it all over again. So never ending cycle.
How does it feel knowing though that you are the middleweight world BKFC champion?
It's great, man. It's awesome to know that my hard work has paid off, and the biggest side of it that I like is that my daughter gets to see it. She gets to see that me going to practice all the time, that anything's possible, that if you just work at it, and she gets to see how hard that I work, and that to me makes it all worth it.
I love that, Dave. I love that. So it's all about showing your kids as well that dedication to your work. That it comes. And like you said, you've worked hard for it, mate. I have watched your fights. You are a very good fighter. You have MMA background. You're very good at creating space, but also getting in, hitting them, but getting out and not getting hit yourself. And what a striker. I mean, the power that you have. I think your first 2 fights, KOs within the first 2 rounds. I think the first one was the first round, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super early on.
Yeah, super early on. The second fight was the second round. And then you had a couple where you showed the full distance, you had that cardio. And then again, you've gone back to just knocking guys clean out, putting them to sleep.
It's one of those things. I took that loss against Hector, the little blemish on my record, and it took me back a little bit, and then it relit a fire, and here we are. So
yeah, here we are today, the champion.
Get it back.
100%. Now I watched your last fight as well. Well, it was October 12th. That's correct, Jess.
Yeah, I believe so. I know it was in October. I don't know the exact day, but
yeah, it was in Spain. I remember precisely because I was in Egypt. I was on my family holiday. It was my birthday. My birthday on the 12th, and me and my hubby were just ecstatic that we were going to be on holiday and we were going to get to watch this fight on holiday. And well, I mean, it didn't last very long. It was Danny the Bastard Christie. Very, very good opponent, very strong opponent. Just came up against yourself, and I think that power straight away, you just felt that power from you, didn't he?
Yeah. He was a tough opponent. I don't think he got to showcase his actual abilities and stuff. A bit of a mental game there. I just kind of got inside of his head a little bit, I think. And early on, I just kind of let him know that we were on different levels. And from there, was just able to put him away. So,
yeah.
All in all, it was a fun fight.
It was a good fight, and it was a very entertaining fight on both sides as well. And like I said, it was it was beautiful to watch. It's been beautiful to watch your career as well and how you've blossomed through the bare knuckle. And I feel like you've really come into your own in the bare
I really,
knuckle.
that's something that a lot of I really enjoy hearing, because a lot of people tell me that they're like, I watch you from your first fight, and then every single fight you're growing, you're getting better, you know, that, and that just, again, just it just it's refreshing to hear, like, all the hard work that I put in every day, all the grind, everything has been worth it because people can see it as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
mate.
amazing to me.
It's 100% visible to see, especially your technical side of thing. Like I said, you're just really strong. Whatever their answers are, you kind of have an answer for back. It's and I love boxing as well, or it's not boxing, I suppose, but I love the bare knuckle. It's like a game of chess, and it's
You
like
know, but
just
that's the thing is it is still boxing. You know, we
yeah,
don't have gloves on, so there is obviously differences. But at the end of the day, like, I haven't even began to show my ability to box. You know, we haven't had anybody be able to pull that out of me yet.
okay.
But I've been training with my coach Jihad since my MMA days, and it's just, again, the hard work, the hard work. I can't stress that enough. Like, I'm in there grinding every day. It's my passion. It's what I want to do, and it shows for itself.
Yeah, 100%. So that was taking me to my next question. Who is your coach and what gym do you fight out of, Dave?
All right, so my head coach is Coach Hod, the best dressed corner man. So I train over there with him over at Shift MMA, with all my teammates. Got Jared Warren, Crystal Pittman, Jessica Borga, who just won the belt as well,
Yeah,
Brandon Allen. We got some upcoming guys as well. But I'm a bit of a gym hoe. I like to go around, bounce around, and get all the different looks and meet all the people. And I love helping people grow, and just, like, teaching my side of things and what I know. So I go over to a place called MJM Muay Thai to go visit my boy Reber. I go to Flowers Boxing Gym and just get some workouts in over there as well. And we kind of just bounce everywhere. So
yeah. Well,
just getting different looks all the time.
I think that's a good thing as well, because like you said, you can go along and you can pick up. Everybody's got little secrets along in the game, don't they? So you can pick up, you can network. I think that's a great thing as well. And I think in fighting, to have it's important to have a personality as well, because then, like, you can go out, you can showcase, and then you can still do your personal business as well. You can make your round, you
Yeah.
can network, you can build that. And like you said, that's really amazing that you like to kind of pass that on as well when you're going around the gyms. And you're a humble man. You're a very, very humble man. That's for sure.
You said
Going
that.
into this next fight, are you in training already for June 7th, or are you always
Oh,
in training?
absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm pretty much in the gym year round. Obviously, after a fight, it slows down a little bit if whether we're dealing with injuries and stuff. Like this last fight, I didn't really, other than hurt my hands a little, they recovered pretty quick. I've been in and out, just doing my thing. But we knew about the possibility of the fight, for a while, so I've been training, and talk about that a little bit. Like, the opponent, Donald Sanchez, like, him himself, I really believe he's a bum. The only thing that we have to focus on is conditioning at this point, because I know we're going out there fighting in elevation. I'm gonna make some trips out there early on, and make sure I get acclimated, and I think it's gonna be a very easy fight.
Okay. So you're prepared. You're well and truly prepared. You feel like, again, your levels above your opponent in this kind of next fight, but you are going to do some things to prepare. Like you said, you've thought of environment and things like
Always.
that.
Always. Every fight is important. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You can never overlook anybody. You never know
Yeah.
what's going to happen. I mean, I could throw a punch and break a hand and only have one hand to fight with. So, like, we train we prepare for the worst and hope for the best type deal. But I'm very confident going into this one, because I'm telling you now, I've been putting some serious work in.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't know anyone that can eat a punch and give a punch how how you do in a fight. Because it is
That's funny, because I don't feel. I mean, I know I've gotten hit a few times and get set down, but, like, I just I don't, yeah.
you're very good.
I'm not known for getting beat up, so I
No,
don't want to
no,
be tough. I just want to
100%.
be good.
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the things I notice is your ratio, your volume output compared to a lot of your opponents as well. You're constantly putting you're putting the pressure on. You're pushing the
Yeah, the
pace.
people break under that pressure. They don't like it. You know, when you're
Yeah.
sitting in their face and they're like, "Oh, I'll be able to hit them," and they swing and they miss, and then they're getting hit. They're like, "Now what do I do?" Like,
Yes.
they don't have an answer for it, and I just stay right there, right in front of them, and just torment them a little bit, and then they either go to sleep or they quit. Either way, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. There's some getting my hand raised at the end of the day
And there was a great saying from Mike Tyson: "Everybody's got a plan until they get
until I
punched
get
in the
punched in the
face."
mouth.
Yes, and this is it. So going into this, then you're really confident. You're already in fight camp. Is there anything that, in particular, or any little special things that you do to prepare for a fight?
Really, I focus on the basics. You know, basics wins fight. You know, having a strong base is everything. There's no special trick or moves or anything like that that are going to put people out. Everyone knows how to throw punches. Everyone knows the ways to avoid them. It's just being sharp and boxing.
Okay,
The
picking
sweet
your
science
shot.
of boxing.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
I would agree. So, what's your prediction for this fight? Do you see it being an early stoppage?
I don't know what round. I won't predict that, but
Okay.
I do believe I'm gonna sit him down. I think I'm gonna sit him down with a body shot. I think I'm gonna make him quit because I'll give him one thing is he's tough. You know, like he can take a punch. I've seen plenty of his fights. I've done plenty of film study, and he can take a hit. That's that Mexican blood, man. They're just tough people, you know, and I give him all the credit for that. But I'm way above him technical wise. Just I'm gonna outstrike him. I'm about 100%. I'm gonna outstrike him. He's gonna look for a way out, and I'm gonna touch his body, and then he's just not gonna get up.
Yeah,
He's gonna quit.
yeah. I'm looking so forward to watching this fight. Is there anything outside of fighting? So, putting fighting aside, what other things? Is there any other hobbies that you like to do? Things that you like to do, get up to?
And I'm a Florida boy. I was born and raised here. Got the Costa hat, Costa glasses. You know, it's just I love the fish.
Okay.
I love fishing, fighting. It's what I do.
Now, in fighting and in the ring, what would you say your best quality is? What would you say you're best at, Dave?
In boxing, I
And the
really
yeah,
just my work ethic. I mean,
okay,
honestly, like when I don't stop. You know, I don't find shortcuts. I don't miss practices. If I say I'm gonna do something, if I'm gonna wake up in the morning and go for a run, I'll wake up. I go for a run. If I know that I'm not supposed to eat something, I'm not gonna be like, okay, well, let me just have a bite. Like I don't. My discipline is unmatched. My ethic is unmatched. I know what has to be done, and I don't want to leave any room in there for doubt. So I think that's probably the biggest benefit to myself.
is that preparation? It's all about kind of preparation
Absolutely.
of the self, yourself. Like you said, you're not concentrating too much on your opponents, more how you're going to be at optimal level, how you're going to be at optimal
Right.
strength.
When
I
I
love
get in there, exactly. When I get in there, he's got to deal with me. You know, he's got to be able to find me. He's got to be able to hit me, and I just don't see him being able to do that.
And that's a scary thought to think that, like you said, all the talking aside and stuff, when you get in there, that is it. It's going to be face to face. There's no running in the circle. Now, how do you prepare? Like on a fight day, how would you prepare? How do you keep relaxed? Like, is there anything that you do? Do you just listen to music, chill out?
I mean, I don't care who you are, what fighter you are. We all get nervous. It's a roller
Yeah.
coaster of emotions every single time. There's times where I'm sick, especially after like during the weight cut, especially like you start being like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, why am I keep doing this to myself? But as soon as you weigh in, you eat some food, that all goes away. And on fight day itself, like obviously the most important thing is to refuel and rehydrate. We just spent all week, probably more, cutting all the weight
Yeah.
and being miserable. Now it's time to still stay disciplined, don't eat too much, but eating
Mhm.
the right things and getting yourself prepared that way. And then just I relax pretty much all day. Some people like to do like they call it a shakeout, and they like to go hit mitts or something to imitate the fight in the morning and then go I've never done that, and I've
Okay.
always wanted to try, but since it's not been a part of my routine, I don't. I stay calm.
Yeah.
I go maybe to the movies, or we just find something to walk around, look at, and it just if we're traveling somewhere, we go, see what's around town. And then I warm up at the fight, and then when they come to call my name and they tell me to go up to the little waiting area for the be able to walk out, and it's just game time.
It's time to shine at that point,
Yeah.
100%. So what about after the fight? You've won, you've just had your hand raised, the belt's been put back round your waist. Like, from that moment, how long does it take you to come down from that point?
I'm my own worst critic, so not very
Okay.
long at all. I'll go back and I'll rethink about how I got hit with something. I'm like, how did I let that happen? I
Okay.
think back when I fought Richmond, I remember this one because I completely like aborted the plan in the beginning, and I started trying to box with him instead of putting the pressure on, and he knocked me down early, and I was so mad at myself for that. And then I went to just basically brawl mode, which obviously it worked out in the end, but it's
Yes.
like I was better than that and I knew better. And then even when then after that I fought Coltrane, I went out there and again brawling mode, no boxing at all. I just went in there throwing haymakers, and now that was wrong. And then when I fought Danny, I did pretty good, but there was just some things that I could have tightened up a little bit.
Okay.
So I try to it, and I know the belt can be taken away anytime. So we just got to keep grinding, and we just work from there.
Yeah, I love that. So you're pretty quick at coming down. You're actually just back in the gym. You are focusing
It's just
on,
another day.
what can I do better for the next fight? How am I going to prepare
Yep.
better for the next fight? So it's just elevation, elevation. I actually seen that interview, or a little interview with you, or you were talking about that fight, and I'd watched it, and you said that you came out and you did have a plan, but you were like quite relaxed with the plan, and then he woke you up because I think they said, what
Yeah.
happened? And you said, well,
A
it
lot of
just,
people say I gotta get hit to wake up. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like testing the chin like that because
yeah,
I mean we all got off buttons. So I just don't need to be sitting in there taking any more damage. I got a little girl to go home to, and I don't want to be,
no,
60 years
no,
old and brain
100%.
dead, not there for.
No,
So I do my
you
best to move my feet and move my head and avoid getting hit.
and you
So
do that very, very well. Now you've got quite a big fan base here in the UK and in England, Scotland, Wales. I know you didn't know it, but there's a big love for Dave Mundell over this side in the pond. Fans, when I speak to even bare knuckle fighters, because I do this media channel with my husband. I'm a bare knuckle fighter also. I've had one fight. That I'm the first Scottish lady to actually have a bare knuckle fight as well. And me
that's
and my
awesome.
husband, thank you. Me and my husband run this company. And when I talk to the bare knuckle fighters, I do this with the smaller shows and things as well. And when I ask, who is your favourite? Who do you aspire to be? Most, I would say a good 80% say Dave Mundell, the redneck.
Well, they need to come onto my Instagram and follow me and shoot me some messages, and I'll reshare stories and all that good stuff. And that's awesome to hear because like I mean, like I said, I stay level headed, I stay in my zone, I put my head down and I work. Like literally, I'm a blue collar guy. I go to work. I'm an electrician, and I come home and I go train. It's just what I do every day. So
Okay.
they give me a little bit of shout outs on Instagram. I'll reply back to them and stuff, and they can visit. I got a store on there too, and they could buy some shirts, show their support that way. And that goes so far in my camps because I got to take time off work just like this. Like I'm gonna be fighting in New
Yeah.
Mexico at the elevation. I got to get out there early, and that's on my dime. I got to do that so I know I'm ready. I know I'm gonna make it back in the fight personal, but it's not like that's that great either. It's just
Yeah.
I really do this because I love to do it. It's
Yeah.
people. I have so many people. They're like, "You work?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got to. I got to pay bills.
So you're an
Why are you fighting?"
electrician.
It's just because I like to do it,
You're an
huh?
electrician. You're an electrician outside
Yeah.
of your fighting job as well. So you're a
Yep.
man of many talents.
Yes, I
Yes.
am.
No, well, just know that the UK fans absolutely appreciate you breaking your body and going in and, like you said, putting your life on the line for the entertainment of us spectators. And you're a fantastic fighter. I don't think I've ever seen a fight where I've thought, oh my God, that was flat or it was boring. They're always exciting. You're always pushing forward. You're always hitting and not getting hit incredibly. And yeah, you've got a massive base here. And if you're ever coming to the UK, give me a shout. There is plenty
Absolutely.
of people in the UK that would love to come and meet you. And yeah, probably get a wee snap with the champ.
I know when I went to Spain to fight Danny, like I was like I don't know if it was like them just the way they promoted this and everything, but like they really made me feel like royalty over there. Everywhere I went, everyone wanted to stop and ask for a picture. You know, at the one time I was walking around with the belt, so of course, so I'm like, well, let me put this thing down and see if I. No, they're like they recognize me.
Oh,
I'm like little
yeah.
kids. Kids are my favorite, you know, because they get so excited and they look up to you, and I make sure that I always set a good example, you know. And I just remember like I was walking by some of them and they were like shadow boxing and stuff, and I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't say anything. I walked past them and I could hear them like whisper, and they're like, then I heard them call my name, so I turn around. They're like, oh, can we get a picture? I'm like, yeah, man, it's all just get in here, let's do it.
Oh,
'Cause that's awesome, bro. Because the kids are the next generation, and
100%. What would
that's
what would you say to the young kids up and coming in the fight game? Like, what would be your message to them?
I mean, obviously, first things first is anything's possible. If you want something, you just got to work for it. That's it. There's no shortcuts. Don't look for all these easy outs and stuff. Just put your time in. Go to the gym, get a coach, and grind. Do what you're supposed to do. Stay disciplined. It's most important.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And is there anybody in the fight scene that you haven't got to fight yet that you would like to fight?
Absolutely. Listen, Mike Perry. Hey, I swear, and people are finally starting to see it, but that man is avoiding me at all costs. Wants nothing to do with me.
Okay.
He keeps getting on these podcasts and saying like, "Oh, nobody wants to fight me." Bullshit. I literally went to a fight in Miami, stuck the brim of my cowboy hat in his face,
I
and
seen
called him
it.
out. He's like, and I'm like, "What do you want to do?" He's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "I want to fight. I want to fight." Like, what do you mean? Like, that's what I'm here to do. And his own manager, when we got into a little scuffle, I think in maybe it was LA. I forget, he had fought somewhere, and he's like, I'm not letting him fight you. I'm not letting you fuck up my money. I'm like, bunch of bitches.
So he
I can't
knew. He
stand that.
knew.
They all know. They know exactly what happens when Mike gets in that ring with me. I will 100% put him
Well,
out. I will put Mike to sleep.
to be fair, I did think because it used to be that Mike Perry was the face of the BKFC for us over in the UK from the American side, but now it is
Right.
yourself. It's like yourself, Jessica Borga, Christina Ferrer.
Right.
It's those kind of names, but you're up there
Finally,
for the men. Now Ben
yeah.
Rothwell as well. But Mike Perry, I did wonder what happened. Like, where did he go?
Listen,
So,
he was a big name. Not even really. Like BKFC made him. Like I get it. He came from the
yeah,
UFC and stuff like that. And we have history. We fought before, and I lost. But I dropped him twice in the first round, and then I wound up getting knocked out. Whatever. I was a baby. I was a
yeah,
baby. I've elevated my game. I've worked my ass off. He's dropped. He's garbage. And he just it's so frustrating because he came to the BKFC. I do appreciate everything he has done for the company, obviously, because that helps us out as fighters too. But now it's time for him to take his ass whooping like a man. If he wants to say he's pound for pound the best and all this other stuff, when it says right there, when you look it up, it says I'm pound for pound the
it
best.
does
I'm the
indeed.
champ at
Yeah.
175. I beat the guy who's got the 185-pound belt, but yet he wants to say he would fight him before he'd fight me. Why is that?
Yeah,
Oh, because he knows what happens when he sees me in that ring. He
yeah,
will
and
lose. He will be put to sleep. So he's gonna avoid me at all costs. I don't know um, if it'll ever happen. I really do hope it does.
mhm.
Just for all the people that sit there and ride is just on his side, and I just
Like you said,
just stay patient.
I think you are now not saying that he's not elevating, but he's not really been fighting. He's been out of the ring now for quite some time. You've been active, you've been in the gym, so the chances are like you said, he's probably just kind of trying to swoop on by, not kind of have anyone notice. Because if he did want it, what you said, I seen that where you went and you kind of put your hat into him, and there
Yeah.
was a little bit of like tussling from, and he's got pulled
This
apart.
happens. There's not a time that goes by. If I see him, I automatically start running my mouth, and I'm not that way. I'm a very quiet, tame person, and everyone tells me like, if you want to get these big fights, you got to start making noise. I'm like, well, I let my fighting do that for me. But the one person that I do get on and start talking some shit to is that man right there, because
You love
it
it.
bugs me. Like, I honestly don't feel like he's a good human being. I don't think he's a
Okay.
good example for anybody. I think he's a shitty person. I think he's a shitty fighter, and he's somehow made it this far. And I want to be that guy to take it all away from him. I
Okay.
feel like out of all the things that I do, I'm just better fighter, better
And I feel
person, just a
like
better example.
the UK would go wild for that fight. So, Dave Feldman, if you are watching, Conor McGregor, if you are
There's
watching, please
yeah,
contact Mike Perry, get him
there's
to
not one
sign
person.
the contract, because
Yes.
that's TV gold.
Yeah, that's the one thing they're talk about is they want to make sure it shows numbers. And again, like we'll talk about the Instagram for a second. Like my
Okay.
numbers, I think I got maybe like 17,000 followers, and
Yeah.
that's good for like an average person. I get it, but it's nothing for somebody like I'm the champ of the world. Like I should have way more. I should be, and they put too much behind that. Because I'll tell you right now, if you come to Tampa, I will sell out any venue.
Yeah.
I'll sell so many tickets, like there wouldn't be a problem. So my social media is something that I've always lacked in, because coming up and fighting, like I never worried about that. I don't care what people see.
Yeah.
It's a passion for me. I just want it to be good. And coming up watching these big UFC guys, you weren't popular because you ran your mouth. You were popular because you were knocking guys out. Well, I'm knocking guys out. Mike ain't knocking nobody out.
Yeah.
He's won a few by decisions and he made a few people quit. All right, cool. He's fought people that are smaller than him, or people who have not yet experienced the bare knuckle. When he's had the experience, it's always something right there just to keep giving him the edge. And
Okay.
again,
Yeah.
here I
Yeah.
am sitting here waiting. I'll
So,
fight you anytime, anywhere, any way. It doesn't matter, but he won't do it.
yeah, I was just about
He's
to say
scared.
that. Mike Perry, you heard it here first. The redneck will destroy you. So it's probably best
Absolutely.
that you do bypass, because I see it like the old, well, it's not, like you said, not really a king, but the old king having to like crown the new king, so to speak. Because you're the up and coming guy, you're now the champion. Like you said, you're the man that if anybody at 165 thinks they're the man, they're gonna have to prove that by stepping in the ring with you, Dave. And let me assure you, that is not an easy task. Just from a bystander's point of view, never mind even just a fight an analyst view, because like I said, you are technically as good as you are strong, and it's very hard to find that in fighters as well, where you do find they're very, very technical, they're very good on their feet, and they're very good at striking in and getting out. You don't really see it as often, and that is why you're the champ, mate. That's why you are the king of the division, pound for pound king.
Yes.
Um,
That's
so
that's all just the hard work showing off. That's all that is.
please, for Dave's fans, the Rednecks fans, go over to his Facebook, to his Instagram, give him a follow, give him a like. Like you said, if you are a fighter, if you're a bare knuckle fighter, tag him in. He'll chat away on social media.
Yep.
He'll share your things, as long as you are willing to do the same, obviously. Is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors or anybody that you'd like to give special thanks to, Dave?
I'll be here all day if I sit here and list everyone. They know who they are. My sponsors take care of me. They've helped me stay afloat in some hard times on what I got going on and stuff. So, um, really, I just want to thank everyone who tunes into this, everyone who supports me, because without y'all, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be able to continue to go on with my dreams. So, I appreciate y'all.
No, well, we absolutely appreciate you coming on and speaking to us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I can't believe I have spoken to BKFC's middleweight champion, BKFC champion. And like I said, mate, I've watched you for years. You've got a huge fan base here. We all love you over on this side of the pond. You are welcome to the UK anytime. There's plenty of amazing gyms that would happily take you in, and yeah, treat it like it's home.
Introducing the iBOX squad, we bring the hype and we bring the pain. Throw that 1-2, hook 1-1-2-1-2, and we set it up with feints. If we get knocked down, then we get back up, or more something like Ukraine. We do this something like Usyk, we're separating the real from the fake.